Let's freaking go. They needed that one. They needed that one bad. They needed that one bad. Wasn't a blowout game, but Juan Soto did all the work. 3 freaking home runs. Dude had a turkey tonight. 3 home runs, drove in all 4 runs. And Nestor Cortez was good too. We needed that. We needed Cortez. We needed Soto. So I don't care if they won by 15 runs or by 3. They won. Okay. And after yesterday, they needed to do exactly that. So we can inhale and exhale. Tomorrow's another day. Okay. And let's see what happens here. Obviously, we're dealing with some crappy news. Jazz Chism down with a UCL injury. I'm going to take a look at it right now to see if we have any updated news on that. They're not sure whether he's going to go on the IL, but it sounds like it's inevitable. They're not sure whether he's going to need surgery. I just don't know yet. But who are they going to do? I mean, are they going to try to get Amed Rosario? Are they going to play Oswaldo Cabrera? I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? That's the question. So my man NFB is in the building. What's up, brother? Shout out to all these in the chat, by the way. Let's hit them thumbs up. And yeah, the bullpen needed rest. I thank you, Nestor Cortez, for going. What did he go 7 and gave the bullpen an opportunity to get some rest. My man NFB's in the building, baby. What is good? What's up to everybody else here too? Shout out to all of you. So let's celebrate this win. Okay. And again, it doesn't look like we have much on Jazz Chism just yet, but that news sucks. Let's check out something here. Let's see. No, nothing yet. But it looks like they're going to play someone on the IL with the UCL injury. And again, we'll see what they do. Are they going to call up somebody like a Caleb Durbin who's highly regarded? Are they going to call somebody like Oswald Peraza? Or are they going to try to sign somebody like Amed Rosario? He's going to have to clear waivers first, unless he declines his assignment and becomes a free agent. And maybe he'll do that now, knowing that the Yankees have potentially an opening that they need filled. So they're going to need to fill one way or the other. But you could be right, and if UCL is nothing to mess with. I hope it's not like a Bryce Harper situation, even though it's in his non-throwing arm. But nevertheless, that's still a several-month recovery. Tomorrow's pitching matchup, it's still not out. Tomorrow's pitching matchup is still not out. I don't know. Maybe it's Will Warren versus Garrett Crochet for all we know. No idea. Yeah. Keep hitting those like buttons, gang. Let's try to get to 100 likes as quickly as we can. I'm looking at the farm. Yeah, Peraza is definitely an option. The reason why I also bring up Caleb Durbin is not only because he's highly regarded, but because Oswald Peraza is completely out of options. So once they bring him up, they can't send them back down at all. They're going to have to release him or trade him or put him on release waivers. So, no, they're not going to call up the Martian. They need an infielder. Wink, an infielder. They're not going to mess with Dominguez's rookie status, and why would they? And he's not playing well right now. He's struggling. So he alone is not enough. He alone is not enough. I don't know who's planting the seed that we call Martian. All the problems are solved. I'm not seeing it. But yeah, Will Warren could be the starter tomorrow. We're just going to be waiting, kind of on pins and needles for some Jazz Chism news. Surgery would be about 4 to 6 months. You're right about that. Yeah, I mean, Peraza should get the call. I mean, he should be up here for the rest of the year at the very least. Especially, I think once we find out what happens with Jazz Chism, we'll get a better idea what they're going to do. Peraza is definitely hitting the cover off the ball right now, so he's hitting well. But if they want to go outside the house, Amed Rosario is another guy that can play multiple infield positions. So, and him and Oswald Peraza can both play third base. And Amed Rosario is also familiar with the AL East, having played with the Rays early this season before he got traded to the Dodgers. So, Yeah, got to win the series tomorrow, no doubt about that. Yeah, and the Orioles did lose today. Yes, they did. Yeah, maybe they might be Willard. He might be Yankees Astros. I wouldn't be surprised. That's for sure. I would not be surprised. Be a good series. Well, yeah, exactly, Clemens. I mean, the 2 weeks that Dominguez had last year were pretty epic, but that's not enough. He's struggling right now, right? So, and again, he's not enough to come up here. I mean, just like I would say the same thing for Spencer Jones. He wouldn't be enough either. We have multiple, people away here. We still have to make clear reinforcements in the bullpen. We got to see what happens with Clark Schmidt. So, and then Jason Dominguez doesn't solve any of the pitching problems at all. Doesn't solve the infield problem that we have now at all. So, which is why I think it's going to make more sense for them to bring in an infielder. Yeah. Yeah. Nestor did come through, Sunil. He came through exactly when we needed him to do. He gave the bullpen a well-needed rest. That's for sure. And we are back in first place. Yes, we are. Yes, sir, we are. And look, Michael, I said this before. Like I said this the other day. There's in a team in baseball right now that's projected to win 100 games. I mean, earlier this year, a couple months ago, oh, my the Dodgers are going to win 120. The Orioles are going to win 120. Neither one of them is projected to even win 100. Why? Because they're going through the same type of slumps that the Yankees are going through. All the top teams have gone through it. The Phillies are going to have gone through it the last month or so. It happens to all the top teams, not only the Yankees. Right? And again, this is not an opinion or a talking point. This is a fact. This is happening. And again, so it's a part of it. I mean, it's a 162 game grind too, so it's part of the grind. Despite what people think, well, that's no excuse. You try to play 162 games. It's not as easy as people think. Well, exactly, James. He doesn't play in the infield or pitch Dominguez, so he doesn't solve the problem that they have right now. Good, John. Let him be start off lefties. Doesn't solve the infield problem. Right? So, Billy, Lou Trevino starts his rehab this week. Clark Schmidt starts his rehab next week. Cody Poteet starts his rehab the week after that. So I would expect Clark Schmidt up in. He'll probably get 2 rehab starts or something like that. I think. So I would expect to see him early September. That way he'll get a couple starts up here. They'll have a good idea of what he can give them, if he's going to even make the postseason roster. I think they're going to have these tough decisions. Like, is Rizzo going to make the postseason roster over Ben Rice? Don't know. DJ going to make it over Oswaldo Cabrera? Don't know. We have no idea. No idea. All right, we got 70 people in here, 35 likes. If anybody hasn't hit that like button, please hit that like buttons. Yeah. Can you lean to Los Santos being diff? I don't know, Jack. I mean, I really don't know. It's a good question. Possibly. Possibly. I did get some reporting, too, from my Prime Minister of Valuable Intel, Jonathan. Shout out to my guy. What do we got here? Some reporting today. Anthony Rizzo this is Gary Phillips. Anthony Rizzo had a scan this week that showed improved healing, but Aaron Boone said he still has some more time to go. He can still do baseball activities. Scotty Frost is in the mix now that he's started to throw the ball better. He's getting his command back, so Aaron Boone said. So don't be surprised if Scotty Frost comes up within the next week. Don't be surprised. Yep. We'll see. I think if some of these reinforcements wind up being better than what we have now, then sure. Sure. And you can strike out as many guys as you want, triple the minors, but that doesn't translate to the majors automatically either way. But yeah, it's an exciting player. But yeah, I'm not sleeping on the Astros. I said in the beginning of the season, you can't sleep on the Astros. You can't do it. They're just too talented, too much talent. Hey, Joseph, what's happening? Lighter on track? Yes, we do, Jack. Yes, we do. Yep. Yep. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get in the bullpen. The White Sox are now 29 and 92. There's a good chance they can. Yeah, there's a good chance they'll probably lose 100 games. Yep. I would imagine so, Wink. Losing 100 before you win 30? I think so. With who, I'm not sure, but I think it has happened. Michael, man, I appreciate you. Always a pleasure having you on, my man. Thank you for coming on for a little bit. Bregman's on fire again. Well, good. Good. I mean, well, who knows if they re-sign him? You know? Well, he's got to pass through waivers, William. If they put a waiver claim on him and he passes through to the Yankees, falls to the Yankees, then the Yankees can get him. Or if he declines his assignment and becomes a free agent, those are the two ways they can become a Yankee, William. So we'll see if one of those happens. You Yeah, we have to right the ship in a bullpen. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about it. None. We definitely have to right the ship in a bullpen. Absolutely. Um, yeah. We need some of these reinforcements. We've got who do we have? We have Ian Hamilton, Scotty Frost, potentially Trevino, potentially Nick Birdie. We have Ron Marinaccio down there too. So, but then again, all these roster moves have to be made on the 26, not on the 40. All those guys are on the 40 already. Okay, so who on the 26 is going to go? That's the question. That's a tough decision. That's going to have to be made. So Soto's a beast, man. His price tag's going up, and I said it. I'll say it again. I've said it for a year now. As soon as Ohtani signed that ridiculous contract, Boris has the argument now to ask for 700. I don't see him getting a dime less than 600. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. Well, it's only really worth 700 is 700. He's going to get every dime of 700, no matter what the present day value and the latest. That's just a figure from actuaries to come up with, comparative value. You think he's going to get a dime less than 700? Nope, he's going to get every penny. Every penny. Yep. Yeah, 62 minutes. Yeah, Birdie's got some serious gas. Yeah. Oh, we know the Astros haven't forgotten that they swept in the beginning of the season. We know that too. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It'll be a good series one way or the other. That's for sure. Yeah. And the Astros have given us fits in the playoffs over the last several years. So Padres are better without Soto and Tatis. I mean, they're playing better without Tatis too. Mm-hmm. They also have Victor Gonzalez. This is true too. He's not on the 40 right now, Jack, but there's Victor Gonzalez too. Yep. So you see his Buckeye just a little bit. He's got 33 home runs now. Shoot, my goodness. Oh my gosh. Whew. 52 likes. All right, let's keep getting those likes up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wouldn't get overconfident in the Astros. Like I wouldn't get overconfident with the Yankees. It's gonna be playoff baseball. When playoff baseball starts, then that's what we're hearing. Then if the Yankees making it, so like the way they had it scheduled up, based on the reporting, is Lou Trevino's rehab starts this week. Schmidt starts next week. Poteet starts the week after. So at least those three guys are scheduled to be in line with the rehab assignments. And Efrost is already he's already in rehab, and he's getting his control back and his command back. So, he could be up sooner than later. And I would imagine they would make a couple of bullpen roster moves. They need to finalize what their bullpen is going to be before the postseason. No doubt about that. No doubt about that, man. No. Soto is, yeah, I mean, he's a generational type player. He's unbelievable. And then I don't think Soto and Judge switch. I don't think it makes any sense to switch spots. Why would they? Yeah, well, exactly, James. It's about who's hot. Everybody starts with a 0-0 record in the postseason. Everybody's 0-0. 0-0. No. Mm-hmm. Well, Caney's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. And so I could see that. Dos Santos possibly. But he's got a couple more controllable years left. So, but I don't know. If these guys prove to be better, then they'll probably move on from him. I would think so. I mean, they left him in there. He got creamed yesterday, but somebody needed to do it. So, yeah, but right now, thank God for Soto. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I like the fact that Austin Wells is batting behind Judge now and in between him and Stanton. So the lineup is also kind of slowly falling into place. Now, what's going to happen now? I don't know with Jazz Chisholm because I had talked about him being an option for leadoff. If he misses the rest of the season, he's not even going to be in the lineup. So depends on who they replace him with is the question. Whether it's Rosario, whether it's we have no idea. No idea. Thank you, Texas Buckeye. Thank you as always, man. Anybody wants a membership to the 161 family, please send a message to Texas Buckeye, the king of Texas. Thank you, my friend. You are the man. Yeah, Cousins. He brought it tonight. He had some movement in the pitches, so he really did. Oh. Yankees can't. There is not a team that can outbid the Yankees, Joseph. If they want him. The Mets, nope. Why would he go to the Mets? I don't think the Yankees can afford him. They wouldn't have traded him if they weren't planning on bringing him back. They are the richest franchise in baseball. So what do you mean they can't afford? They can't afford him. Yeah. Or Russell, I don't know. I mean, I think I said this to you. I think Gleyber Torres should be. They should move on from Gleyber Torres if they get a Rosario. If they bring up Peraza, they should. They just do it. At this point, you've been loyal to him up to a fault, and I said this to you a lot. I said this to you guys a lot too. I like a player, but I like the team better. And anything that's going to make the team better, I'm all for. So that's why it's going to be these tough decisions. They're going to be tough. He can hit a little bit, Buckeye. Judge, him and Soto, they're decent. They're decent. Cohen has more money to play with. Who told you that? Yankees have $100 million coming off the books. I think he will be back here too, James. Clay Holmes is also going to be free agent at the end of the year. There's a lot of guys that are going to be free agents at the end of this year. So this team is going to look a little different next year, particularly the bullpen. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did, Demon D. Dude did a straight up Megatron. He did a straight up on everybody tonight. Chong Lee, man. Yep. Torres going anywhere? You could be right, man. At this point, Amed Rosario is a clear upgrade, and he's probably the only guy I could see them moving on for Torres for because they're not going to give him a QO, right? He definitely has not done enough to justify that. And Amed Rosario's he's major league ready. He's been in the majors this season. He was batting over 300 when the Dodgers DFA'd him a couple days ago, and they just did that to make room for Mookie Betts, who's back from an injury. So doesn't mean anything, Scotto. Who's he going to play with in the Mets? Judge is at 332. Nice. Oh, it's random, Buckeye. Okay. I did not know that. The gifting was random. Well, thank you regardless, Texas Buckeye. Really. Thank you. I don't think the Mets can outbid the Yankees. The Yankees want somebody, they won't be outbid. The Dodgers are not going to offer him $800 million. Let's be real. Let's be real. And he doesn't want to go to the American League. I mean, the National League. He doesn't want to go out west already. He's already made that clear. He's not going to go to the Dodgers. Jack, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think Rice should have every opportunity to go through the same growing pains that Volpe went through and some of these other guys went through, honestly. Rumsfeld, if you want to bring him up, you can bring him up for third base. You could still have the young kid at third base, too. So he plays first and third, Rumfield, so that's good. That might be an option, too. I don't think he's going to get an offer at all, Leos, by the Yankees, Gleyber Torres. I think they're going to completely move on from him. Where do I think Torres? I'm going to say Tampa Bay or Seattle, something like that. I think Soto could finish with 40 home runs as well. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be the closer next year. That's a good question. That I don't know. $100 million coming off the books, including Juan Soto. Yes. Yep. And just remember, they're probably going to replace Alex Verdugo with Jason Dominguez. So you're going to go from $10 million to league minimum. They will probably replace Anthony Rizzo with Ben Rice, going from $17 million to league minimum. So they're going to get cheaper all across the field and younger all across the field, which is going to make it easier for them to re-sign Juan Soto. Not saying the Yankees are going to get it easily, but the Yankees have planned for this for years. I just don't see them going, to be outbid. And I can't really see Soto saying, "Yeah, I'd rather play with Ronald Acuna's younger brother in 3 years instead of playing with Aaron Judge, the best right-handed hitter in the world." I just can't see that happening. Judge will likely not win the Triple Crown because Bobby Witt's batting average is 20 points higher. Witt is legit. He is legit. It's good. I'm not sure, Piedmont. There's options. There's in-house options. There's, an external option that they could try for. I mean, we talked about him. I did a video about him, Amed Rosario. So he's not in-house, but you've got TJ Renfield, you've got Oswald Peraza, you've got Caleb Durbin, so you've got options. Who cares what they did with Yamamoto? Doesn't matter. They didn't get him. Doesn't matter. The Mets just can't get anybody they want anytime they want. He's not a moron, Uncle Steve. There's a reason why he's so wealthy. There's a reason why he's, being more diligent with his money right now and getting prospects back and so on. I could see them getting Corbin Burns before I can see them getting Juan Soto, the Mets. I do think they also got to decide whether they're going to re-sign Pete Alonso too. until Birdie comes back. Cabrera and DJ. Maybe 61 likes. All right, we're getting there. Working our way to 100 likes, gang. We're working our way. Amed Rosario is definitely an upgrade over Torres at the major league level too. So he's probably the only guy that I could see them actually moving on from Torres for. The other guys I can't really see. I think they would still keep Torres in the on the active. But then, I mean, NFE said this for quite a few weeks now. He doesn't think Torres goes, and is tends to ring true right now. So we'll see what they do. Coconuts is in the building. Yeah, other bad teams have played us tough too. Yeah, I mean, just like they've beaten up on the Phillies, they've beaten up on the Dodgers, they've beaten up on the Orioles. They've lost to bad teams too. It just happens to the top teams. It happens every year. Torres in St. Louis is a decent option too. Yeah, it's not a bad option. Soto's not going to put. I don't think he's going to make more than 50 a year, David. I don't think he'll make more than 50 a year. 15. Yeah, I mean, is he doable? Yes. I don't think it'll happen, but I think he'll win the home run title, and I think he'll probably get close to 60 again. I do. So yeah, Talbot, they've got to right the ship. Thankfully, they have all these reinforcements coming back. Hopefully, some of them are going to be productive in the bullpen. I think there's going to be a lot of moving parts in the bullpen over the next couple weeks. So no, I wouldn't be surprised if they claim him at Rosario. He's got to fall through waivers and fall to the Yankees. So in order for them to get him, they have to put out a waiver claim. I would do it quietly if I were them. Yeah, Verdugo is a better fielder than Dominguez. This is true, Kunzel. I mean, again, they're not going to mess with his rookie status to call him up now. He alone is not enough to put the team over the top. I don't know why people, there's way too much hype surrounding this kid. He's good, yes, but 2 weeks is not enough. I don't know, Aiden. I don't know yet. And we don't know if Jazz needs surgery yet. I mean, UCL injuries are, dicey. So we're hoping that he doesn't. Just like thankfully Colden needs surgery, but you don't know. I mean, it's just. Yeah, I mean, he could catch Witt if Witt's got to get cold too, though. I mean, if Jazz can make it for the postseason, that'd be great. But we'll see. Volpe's got to, he's got to right the ship a little bit too, Don Pep. He's got to make some adjustments, no doubt. We do have him for 2 more controllable years after this year, Jazz Chism. So he's not a free agent until 2027. 69 likes. All right, we need 31 likes to get to 100. We have 31 people who haven't hit that thumbs up yet. If you don't hit that, please, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. It's always greatly appreciated. It's always helpful in these live streams when we get over 100. So I thank you for it. Yeah, Will Warren, based on Meredith Morakovitz. Okay. I wonder who's he going to pitch against. Maybe it's Crochet. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Will Warren is to me. I don't know. I don't know, VKM. I don't like making comparisons. People are comparing him to Mickey Mantle, which is like beyond absurd. And he's the next Mantle. Like, let's get real. Come on. So, and that's an unfair expectation for the kid, too, an unfair comparison. I would just let him be Dominguez. Whatever that is, then that is. Is he an exciting player? Yes, but I don't see the point in comparing it to someone else. Yeah. So no Crochet. All right, well, we'll see what we get tomorrow. I mean, there's no more Kopech. There's no more, there's no more Fetty. So 78 likes. All right, we need 22 likes. The pitcher wasn't that bad today. It's hard to get Juan Soto out. He hits everybody. So And yeah, he did spin a gem today. Nestor, yes, he did, which we needed. And it is his non-throwing arm, but it would still require several months of rehab time if he gets surgery. So, yeah, exactly, Mark. I mean, let him be Dominguez. Like comparing somebody when people were saying he's the next Mickey Mantle, I'm like, what planet are you living on? I wouldn't compare anybody to Mickey Mantle unless you're 10 years in playing as good as Mantle. Doesn't make any sense. So I did see River Ryan and John Paxton, James Paxton with torn calf. Yep, just pitching injury after pitching injury, man. You know, yeah. I would have both of them, Joseph. I would have both Jones and Dominguez next year. Why do we have to choose between the two? I'd rather have both. Yeah, I mean, see, like Shane, and see, like he turned out to not be. Manta was a switch hitter. He was, one of the fastest guys in baseball. He was a completely different player. Was he exciting, Shane Spencer, for a couple months? Yeah, sure, but like, it's crazy. You're damn right. There'll never be another Mays Mantle roof. You're damn right, Sean. Yeah, so true. If the Yankees somehow got Juan Soto and Corbin Burns, then that would be a monster off season for them. You know, I think Jones has to make a couple more adjustments, but he definitely has a higher offensive upside than Dominguez does. But I wouldn't rush him, just like I wouldn't rush Dominguez. Michael, I'm not sure. Absent surgery, it's a good question. Yeah, no one should be compared to Mo either. Damn right. I don't know why people are. Yeah, can't compare these guys. Well, exactly. Imagine exactly, Billy. If Mantle took care of himself, my goodness gracious. Ooh, crazy. He's not Mantle. He's not going to be Mantle anytime. Coconuts. Don't say Spencer. I'm not exactly sure. I wouldn't compare Shane Spencer to Mickey Mantle. No way. Kenneth, God bless you too and the family, man. Appreciate you. Mendola Hospital keeps. So oh yeah, I exactly. Why would they mess with that combination? They know they're gonna have to pay a serious ransom. Mm-hmm. Well, he'll eventually help, but not right now. Tally's struggling right now. And then, again, they're not gonna mess with his rookie status. This is pretty obvious that they're working to preserve that until next year too. Because if he gets the 130 at bats this season, it triggers his first pre-RBR, and they'd essentially waste the whole pre-RBR for the last 2 months of the season. They're not going to do that because he won't be eligible for the Rookie of the Year next year. If he's eligible for Rookie and he wins, they get an extra draft pick. All these things are going to be factoring into their calculus. Yeah, Oswaldo can fill in a third. He can fill in the first two. But I do think I would be on the lookout for Amed Rosario just in case. Harper, he tried to play through, but he wasn't good, and he has surgery. And then I don't remember how much he missed, but then he came back and was a DH for the rest of the season, and then the following year, which was this year, he became a full time first baseman. So it was a transition with Bryce Harper too. Yeah, man. Oh God, Mantle. Yeah, yeah. He was. I mean, he was an all timer. I would look out for that too, Alex. I mean, what they do. Their bullpen's going to look different next year. I'm confident of that. Yeah, Benintendi, it's you can bat 180 and be the number 3 hitter, so it's crazy. Hmm. Yeah, Cousins has definitely put a stop to that. You damn right, Clemenza. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mantle definitely was in the fast lane. Yeah, Dominguez is likely a September call up. Dev, the Devastator. Front of, yes, we do, Texas Buckeye. Yeah. And the man, the myth, the Prime Minister of New York, Tats from the Pinstripe Chronicles is here. What's going on, my friend? Prime Minister of New York, of the Big Apple, right there. Tats. What's up, my friend? Yeah, Mantle he had no shortage of injuries, Mickey Mantle. There's no doubt about that. Cortez had his best game. So, Soto had a freaking phenomenal game, too, with 3 home runs. It's unbelievable. And I do think Judge will likely get 500, yeah. Yeah, and if Stanton stays healthy, I think he's got a good shot at getting it as well. I do. Yeah, they're not going to jeopardize Dominguez's rookie status by calling him up here now. Dominguez is struggling. I'm going to say this again. He alone is not enough to put the Yankees over the top. Neither is Spencer Jones. He alone is not enough. Remember, keep this number in mind, 130. That's the number. Okay, Jason Dominguez has 31 at-bats in the majors. Once he hits 130, and if they call him up now and he plays the rest of the year, he'll hit 130. Okay, that triggers his rookie status, meaning this would be his first pre-arb year. This year, his service clock starts. They're not going to do that until next year because they want to take it a full year with Jason Dominguez. And again, it looks like Jackson Holiday is going to get his rookie status this year. So he won't be competing against Jackson Holiday next year for rookie. And remember, the winner of the Rookie of the Year gets his team an extra draft pick based on the new CBA. All the stuff they're factoring in to this. And yeah, you're right. That you're absolutely right, Tats. They don't have a spot for Dominguez right now. And again, the Jazz Chism injury is not solved by bringing in Jason Dominguez. This is an infielder problem. Bringing in outfield doesn't solve that problem. So if Judge averages like 50 home runs a year for the next 6 years, then I can see maybe 600. But my gosh, yep. Yeah, long week over here too. That's a long week over here too, my man. Yep, I agree. September call for Dominguez, and watch out for this kid Cam Eden, that they just got from Toronto. I have a feeling they're going to figure out if he's going to be a potential bench piece for the postseason. They're going to get a little bit more speed, a little bit more youth. He's 26. He only has 6 major league at bats, so his service time clock has not started yet. So he's got 6 years of control left right now. Cam Eden. So, which is another quick, fast weapon the Yankees have brought in that they could utilize. Especially now, if Jazz is out, this gives them another fast guy, just like that. So, I could see them, potentially being on the postseason roster with guys like Eden. Because the fact of the matter is, I'll say this again, I don't know if Rizzo's going to do enough to replace Rice. I don't know if DJ's going to do enough to replace Oswaldo Cabrera. Rizzo and DJ I like them both, but they may not make the postseason roster for all we know. Okay, and John Birdie is likely going to be, he's around their age, but he's a hell of a lot faster and a lot more athletic than DJ and Rizzo. So I could see Birdie being on the postseason roster, not those other 2 guys. So there's a lot of tough decisions that the Yankees are going to have to make over the next couple of weeks. A lot of tough, and probably some unpopular decisions too. 87 likes. All right, we need 13 to get to 100. All right. No, I don't think so. Regret trading Neely for I don't think so. He is faster than Jazz. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nestor did save the pen. Yes, he did. It's so true. It's so true, Tess. I really wonder. Their in-house options are Peraza, who's out of options, or Caleb Durbin or T.J. Rumfield, right? If they want to go outhouse, Amed Rosario seems to be the most logical guy. If they quietly put in a waiver claim, and if he falls to them, like I said, the only other way he can get to the Yankees is if he denies or declines his outright assignment and becomes a free agent. Then the Yankees can sign him as a free agent right off the bat. So, yeah, Ben Rice is going through he's going to have to make some more adjustments like Volpe did last year. Yeah. But the question is Rizzo going to do enough to replace Ben Rice? They're going to want Rizzo. They're going to want to be younger and more athletic in the postseason. Based on the teams that they might face, those are the types of decisions that they're going to have to very likely make. Hill does definitely have a good chance for Rookie of the Year. Yes, he does. We don't know yet, Kenneth. We haven't heard any specifics on timeline for Chism just yet, Kenneth. Once I get some info, I'll get it out to you. I will get it out to you. That's it. I think we're all kind of waiting on pins and needles. Just wondering what the heck's going to happen. And exactly, Jonathan. I don't see Rizzo back next year. There's a team option that I think is for $17 million that I can't see the Yankees picking up for Anthony Rizzo. Can't see that happening. Yeah, it's I'm hoping that some of these reinforcements will help fortify the bullpen. They definitely have some tough decisions to make as to who's going to make this bullpen in the postseason. So, yeah, I don't see them back either. I don't see Rizzo back. I very likely don't see Holmes back. I don't see Canely back. I don't see Loaisiga back. I think the bullpen's probably going to be minus 4 or 5 guys. They're going to have to, go outhouse for a couple guys, and I think this would be a couple of, kids that'll get an opportunity too, and some guy from spring training. Somebody who always gets a spring training invite always winds up making the team out of the bullpen. So whoever that guy is. So Rizzo returns. Maybe. He could go to the Astros too. The Astros need a first baseman. If he wants to win, I would imagine that's, he would definitely be considering the Astros. So part of the group chat. Didn't mean to say that we isn't. What did I miss, Jonah? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Jonah. Yeah, 91 likes. We need 9 likes to get to 100. Yeah, Rizzo, Canely, Loaisiga, Torres, Verdugo. Yeah, they're all gone. Yep. Yes, they are, Tyler. And then after next year, Hicks comes off the books. After the year after that, DJ comes off the books. The year after that, I think Stanton comes off the books. So I don't see Aroldis Chapman coming back here, Jack. I don't. I don't see it. He's doing fine in Pittsburgh right now. Lasagna can't stay healthy, Mark. Can't stay healthy. So, Justin, why do you keep asking me that question? Just out of curiosity. This is true too, Buckeye. Does he have enough games to get right? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. And I would agree with James. He burned his Yankee bridge. I would agree with that. And unfortunately, Clay Holmes is kind of trending down that road as well. Holmes and Holmes is off the books too. That's right. Well, for that, gonna need a miracle this year. Well, I don't disagree with that, Justin. But I think the miracle is gonna have to come from the team. They're gonna have to figure this out, right? It's, you know, it's just like reason why I ask is because people ask me, what about motivation? Don't you need motivation? You don't need motivation as much as you need discipline. Okay, discipline is still doing it when you're not motivated to do it. So to me, discipline's more important. And I think the Yankees are going to need. I mean, baseball is a game of performance, health, and breaks, and so on and so forth. So if the Almighty can help facilitate that miracle, then sure, may he participate. But I think you know this team is definitely good enough to make a run in the postseason. But we need them to stay healthy. That's for sure. You know, this is true too, Consigliere. Yeah, I think Loaisiga is just they kind of fried him. So um, yeah, I don't see them totally collapsing this year. No TWC, I get the idea of that, man. No nails, I know. Like you're biting fingers now. We're down to our nubs. Yeah, that Chapman grin. He had that grin again when he struck out Manny Machado the other day with a 105-mile-an-hour fastball. My goodness. I hear you, Nathaniel. Yeah, I just but thank you for clarifying that. Want to make sure that people aren't getting overly religious in here, just like we don't want people to get overly political in here. You know, Don Pep, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I guess they did. Keith Folk, I remember him. That's a good example, Jack. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they held the freaking White Sox at bay. I really am. But thank you, Shea Cousins, for bailing out the bullpen. 95. We need 5 likes to get to 100. 5 to get to the magic number. All right. Well, exactly, Kenneth. Right now, I mean, I said this yesterday or today. There isn't a team in baseball right now, Kenneth, that's projected to win 100 games. Not one. Maybe 94, 95. Yankees are one of them. So, but early in the season, people were like, "So the Dodgers are going to win 120 games. The Orioles 120 games." Not happening. Why? Because they've slumped just like the Yankees have. So have the Phillies. It happens with good teams. You know. Yeah, well, exactly, John. We like to keep the politics and religion. I respect people's political views. I respect people's religious views. That's fine. But you know, let's not bring that stuff in here. People try to bring too much propaganda up in here. So, yeah, friend in Omaha, Nebraska, who's a Yankee fan for life, she told me today she wants to throw a brick through it. Buckeye. I can't blame her. Can't blame her. The Yankees do this. They give you agita. Too much agita, man. Yeah, Cousin looks pretty decent. Yep. No, I hear you, Justin. It's all good, dude. But I'm just giving an example too, because people have done that before in here. They've gotten, you know, kind of like creepy religious. Like, and it's just like, what the, you know? Just like people get ridiculously political from other channels and they bring it here, which is like ridiculous. So, Brett Phillips, he's transitioning smoothly from a position player to pitcher. He's a right-hander though. He throws about 98 miles an hour, but he's shown the ability to get guys off with off-speed stuff, so that's good. So I'd keep an eye out for him too. hmm Yeah, last year's win total was 82. They went 82 and 80. Right now we're 71 and 50. We've got 41 games to go. So they go 11 and 30, and they matched last year. So, which I think they're going to do better than that. Yeah. Yeah, there's no team running away with the whole thing this year. There's no super team this year. Remember, we got all these when the Dodgers signed Otani, when they signed Yamamoto, it was this whole like, oh, they had all these Dodgers fans trolling the channel, our live stream saying, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to win that. And next year, they're going to get Roki Sasaki, and when Takamura Kami, they can get everybody. You know, that's what they kept running with. Kept running with. Yeah. Oh, exactly, John. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll sum up my political and religious views. Don't be a douchebag. That's it. You know? So my political views do mean don't treat other people like a piece of garbage. Don't hurt other people, right? People can think whatever that they want to think that is. And the same in my religious views too. I'm not very religious. I'm spiritual. So my moral code doesn't come from the Bible. My moral code comes by doing right by people. Period. Treat people well. Treat people with respect. That's it. Don't be a douchebag. Right? It's that simple. The O's did lose Texas, so we are in first place, baby. Yeah, baby. This is no longer Georgia State. You got that right. Yep. Same thing, Nathaniel. Same thing, man. Keep it simple, man. All right? You know, exactly, McMahon. Exactly. I mean, you know, we say it all the time. Just be respectful to people. Just, you know, there's other channels if you want to be a prick. There's other channels where that's the regular, the norm. This isn't one of them. So, yeah, Tyler, you know, it's funny. I would keep an eye on Roki Sasaki, but he hasn't pitched over 100 innings since 2022. He's having arm problems and shoulder problems again. So I can't see him being posted early. I don't know if he's turned 23 yet, but I don't see the point of his team letting him post early and forfeiting like 40, $50 million in posting fees. I wouldn't post him until he's shown that he could be credibly a starter again in baseball. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense for them to post him early. Right? 100 likes. Thank you, everybody, so much. I appreciate you. That's how we roll, Nathaniel. We do this late night. We spend time together. You know, this is our therapy. This is our Robitussin, right, for the night. Wink, I don't know. I'm not sure. The facial hair policy. I mean, that was a mainstay in the Georgetown one because of his military background. So I'm not sure. You know, in all honesty, yeah, he didn't have spending restriction. He was also not, you know, he was the kind of the owner version of Dave Dombrowski, who wasn't afraid to sacrifice the future to try to win now. George Steinbrenner was the same way. He'll trade all of his top picks for an expensive player to try to win a championship. Coach Carl, he's slowly creeping up. To Bobby Witt Jr. Yep. Thank you again for hitting the likes, everybody. We're over 100. Appreciate you. That means we got 100 people that are happy that the Yankees won tonight, so that's good. Got 100 people come and hung out with us, so I appreciate you. Coach Carr, how the boys doing? Are they ready for cross? Cole cut his hair. That was his own decision, but it was understood also. It was understood that, like when you sign with the Yankees and you have stuff going on that you're very likely going to have to move on from. This stuff ahead of time. It's not like they're being forced. So, rolling Carl, that's good, man. Looking forward to some good results. Looking forward to some good results from you guys. Everybody's worried about. Yes, they were, Pete. Man, he got off to a terrible start, Aaron Judge. The first month and a half. Yeah, we definitely need 1,000 people, Buckeye. We definitely got to get more people in streams. No doubt about it. Yeah. Gotta shave those. Your shoulder hurting? Oh no, then pick up a raise. Exactly, Jonah. Your hand broken? No, you shave your face. I appreciate you, TWC. I'm gonna, like I say, my motto is like the more you know, and I want to make sure you know the right stuff. That way, if you're gonna be upset, you're at least upset at the facts, and not upset at someone else's talking points. So that's why I don't follow everybody else's talking points. Can't do it. I want to make sure that everybody knows what they need to know, so that way we can have elevated conversations in here. That's why I appreciate everybody who comes in here and, brings it, man. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, Nathaniel, I hope so, man. I really hope so. We need Schmidt to come back and shove again, man. No doubt. Tampa for the spring would be awesome, Buckeye. I actually want to go to Yankees fantasy camp. I want to try that one year. No. But Tampa for this, I did a couple. I took my mom there for her 60th birthday, several years ago. That was fun. I went to a couple of spring training games. We did, I don't know, 3 spring training games or something like that. It was pretty. That was pretty neat. But I'm in Texas Buckeye. 2 players have call. I don't know whether it's going to be 2 bats or 2 arms or 1 bat and 1 arm. But I think Dominguez is going to be one of them. After that, I don't know. Jonah's got a secret spot we can sleep, man. I love it. Got some covert operations here. I love it. And Sam, yeah, when I went, let me see, I was there 2016. Wait, 2016 or 2015 was when I took my mom. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Stroman kind of works on some things and keeps polishing up the mechanics. He'll be okay because he's definitely a gamer. I've not been to Tropicana Field. In Florida, I've been to, it's Steinbrenner Field, and I went to Tampa Bay Buccaneer Stadium as well. See a football game there. But I've not been to Tropicana Field. Yeah. I mean, I like to go to all the stadiums, which is great. I would have loved to have been to Montreal's Expo Stadium, but I never got there either. Tarpon, Tarpon will be phenomenal, Jonah. I'm a big deep sea fisherman, even though tarpon's not necessarily deep sea. You can catch tarpon in the more shallow waters by bridges and stuff. So, but I've caught bluefin tuna. I've caught some deep sea stuff. Tarpon I've never caught. Jonah, that's one fish I like to catch. I know they can be a good fight too. No doubt about that. Yeah. Before I leave, one last thing here. And since I'm going to be adding football to the conversation, let me give you an update on what's happening with the Jets here. Hassan Reddick, who was traded from the He goes to the Jets after they traded away, or after what's his name, their guy signed with the Eagles as a free agent. Reddick came here, and he's been on a contract holdout since then. He's been over $1 million in fines, but now he's requested a trade from the Jets, and Joe Douglas said he's not going to trade him. So it's kind of crazy. I can be on. I don't know if I could be on Wicked Tuna. It would be kind of cool, but I've caught the biggest one I've caught is 512 pounds. Dressed, 512 dressed. Michael King, nice. My favorite all-time Yankees. Well, live is Don Mattingly. Eric Cole, Roger Clemens, Aaron Judge, David Wells, Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter. Those are guys that I've seen play. Obviously, the older ones are the classic guys. Yogi and Phil and the Babe and Gehrig. And Gehrig and I share the same birthday, so I feel a special bond to Lou Gehrig. Pettit, I love Pettit too. Bernie Williams, all these guys. It's really, how could you not love these guys? ESPN Radio's moving the AM 880. Are they really? Okay. Catch them on jerkbaits and catch them. Nice. John, what do you use? Do you use like the 40, 50 pound test, or do you use braided line for tarpon? A-Rod, yeah. There's a lot of Yankees that I loved, growing up. Don Mattingly was one of my favorites. How thick is the line, Jonah, for tarpon? But that's the Jets news. So Hassan Reddick has now asked him to be traded, and even though they traded for him, he's ready to accumulate over $1 million in fines for his stupid holdout. Now from the Jets, I would just trade him and get some draft picks here. No need those headaches, man. Forget that. But Joe Douglas said he's not gonna. He said we're not gonna trade him. Paul O'Neill too. Yes, Buckeye. He said they're gonna, per CBA rules, they're gonna keep levying him with fines. He's gonna have like $5 million in fines. It's crazy. A-Rod's gonna be the Old Timers Day ceremony. Really? Is there an Old Timer game this year? Wink. Damn. Well, good. Let him come. He was the king in 2009 when the Yankees won the World Series. He played a huge part in that. Straight draft beyond comp picks. Yeah, we talked about that too, Jonathan. It should be in the next CBA. They should be able to swap draft picks and all this stuff. Draft, especially draft day, draft night. So it should be more like the NBA, like the NFL. Mono, floral line stretch. Okay. I'm always up for that, Jonah. Always up for that, man. This is I think I have a picture here on my. Let's see if I can pull it up here, Jonah. Just so you can see. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. A striper trip. That's a 55-pound striped bass right there. That's me. 55-pound striper out of Cape May, New Jersey. That's the most recent one I have in here. Reddick is only making 14.25 this year. Yeah, exactly, Ron. Exactly. It's just like Darrelle Revis when he came in. He had 4 years left, and then he had a contract holdout because he wanted a new extension with 4 years left on his deal. Like, come on, dude. Like, I hate that type of stuff. I can't stand it. Yeah, thank you, Tats. I like stripers. I can't wait for it to get a little colder in October. That's when I go for go out for stripers and blues. That's when the blues are pretty big, the tautogs. So, you even get some blackfish there and all different types of fish. So No doubt about it. Nathaniel, I live in New York, but I have a house in PA too. So never know. I've gone to not for bluefish, Buckeye, but I have gone up to Maine for fishing. I've also gone when I caught the 500 plus pound tuna. I did it. That one I did out in the mud hole, New Jersey. I went to Montauk and we took the right out to the mud hole, and then. But I also went to Cape Cod and I did a charter boat out there and I caught another, I don't know, about 360 pound, something like that, tuna dress. But yeah, I'm Nathaniel, New York, but I'm gonna have a house in PA too. Black fishing's fantastic. Good eating too. Good eating, Tats. Mm-hmm. Maine's got some great fishing though, Buckeye. But I've caught some like 20, 25 pound bluefish. Like bluefish, if you a 20 pound bluefish feels like you're catching a 100 pound fish. They fight hard, bluefish. So they are strong fish. Bass fish, nice, Jonah. Largemouth, damn. You caught a 40 pound bluefish, Buckeye? Awesome. A 40 pound blue? Damn. That's a huge fish, Buckeye. It's a huge fish. What's the state record for largemouth, Jonah? Damn, a 40 pound blue. The biggest blue I've ever caught was like 26, 27 pounds. It's out of Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. I used to go on a boat called the Brooklyn. I used to go on that boat with my dad and my uncle all the time. Go blue fishing and and then we go flounder fishing in the summer. We go like all year, go to different fish. Mm-hmm. 1.5. Well, it took me about 3 hours and change to land the 500 pound tuna. So I couldn't lift my arms for the rest of the day. I was like, I just like throwing my face into the food to eat. My arms were dead, and it was me. So catfish and bluegills in Florida. Oh boy, that's what I'm talking about. Rendazzo's. Oh, lunch at Rendazzo's runs. Now you guys are getting me hungry, and you get me I want to go fishing now, and then I want to go eat. Might have to meet up with Tats. We have to go on a little fishing trip. Yeah, always looking for a new friend to fish with, especially my fellow Yankee fans and Yankee content creators. Man, that would be awesome to go fishing with one of you guys. I have my tackle, got my ugly stick. I got all kinds of stuff. Newell reels and 12 pound stick. That's a pretty big, Joe. That's a big fish. Hush puppies on the side. Oh my gosh. But no news yet right now on Jazz. Let me pull it up really quickly before I wrap up for the night. Let's see if we have anything on Jazz. That's nothing yet. Here's another fact. The Yankees have scored at least 4 runs in 81 games this season, the most in MLB. New York is 64-17 in those games. So as much as this talk about the Yankees being blown out, that's a pretty significant stat. That's a pattern of consistency for the Yankees. That's pretty good. And nothing else that is concrete right now on Jazz Chism. Yep, no. But I will keep you updated, gang. When I get some news, you'll get it. No doubt about that. Do I still get Yes and Prime at your PA house? I don't get Yes. I use the MLB TV through the Apple box, and that's how I do it. Wink. Prime, I get as a separate feature. But Yes Network is blocked in Pennsylvania. Get that in New York though. Trout fly fisherman, I love it, love it, love it. I'm not just worried just yet. I don't know if it's something he can play through. I mean, he was moving his arm. He looked pretty mobile yesterday, so I don't know if he's going to need surgery. I'm not sure. So, I mean, what? Well, obviously, the boy, if he goes on the IL even for a short period of time, they need to call up an infielder or bring in an infielder. That's first and foremost. And they've got to, they clearly have to keep reinforcing the bullpen until it's right, and it's not right just yet. Live, I love live bait. Well, it depends on what we're fishing for. Like fishing from blues, we chum. Unless we're jigging and we're drafting and jigging, but chum, you put that bunker down, you put on something else, and you drop down. Depends on if you fit it. Like if you go to Sheepshead Bay, you go out to about 17 fathoms, which is about 100 plus feet deep in the water, and they're not really bottom fish blues, but you can drop and then you start reeling up and then just boom. And when there's a lot of bluefish around, they will just pound that rod, and your rod will be bent like that with bluefish. That's why I love bluefishing. It's so much fun. It's a hell of a workout too. Trout, yeah, yeah. I respect them all. Trout, bass, all. I mean, respect them all. hmm Fishing for blues, yeah. I mean, if there's a feeding frenzy of blues, man, you are in luck. You mean you can just have non-stop action for bluefish. And I don't know what the keeper limit is now. I don't know if it's 17 or what. I don't know if the keeper limit has been changed or increased or whatnot for bluefish, but at some point there's a keeper limit. I mean, they had the big burlap bags. If we didn't have those big buckets, we put the blues in there. But you got to watch out for bluefish. They have lockjaw, so you got to get them by the gills before you want to get the hook. And you need your plier to get the hook out of their mouth. Trying to take out the hook out with your hands. Because if they lock down on your hands, you lose your finger. Canarsie Pier, nice. Snappers, nice run. I love it. This is fantastic talking fishing with you folks. Fan-freaking-tastic. But I will wrap this up, gang. Yankees won. That's what we need to hear, right? We need them to win tomorrow, too. And we need them to win more series. And after tomorrow, let's see. Are they off on Wednesday? Let's have a look. I don't think they're off on Wednesday. When is the? Oh wait, tomorrow's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes, tomorrow's Wednesday. They off Thursday is the question. Sorry. Yes, they are off Thursday. So they're off Thursday, and then Friday we get the Detroit Tigers in Detroit. So Johnny TD, they're also on the verge of winning a series. And we are talking about fishing because we're not worrying about them losing a series because they can still win the series. So we like to think on the positive side when we can. And there's a lot of fishermen in here, TD. A lot of fishermen. So it's very therapeutic. Joan, always a pleasure. Off Thursday. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We got to give Leiter a little bit more of a chance. He's had a rough couple games, but he was pretty solid before that. And his stats have been pretty representative of solid this year. So then again, there's an adjustment period when you come to the Yankees. Especially with pitchers, relief pitchers. There's always an adjustment period. 3 feet of fish. Texas bringing the fishing knowledge. I love it. Bamboo poles, damn. Okay. I got my Newell reels. I got my ugly sticks. I've got Daiwas. I've got a lot of different A lot of different, gear, tackle and gear. So a lot. Um, can already see Pierre available. Nice, nice. My thoughts about Soto is I think it was fantastic. Say this, a fantastic performance by Juan Soto today. We needed it. Paranormal. What's happening? We needed it, and we needed Nestor Cortez to do what he did. He saved the bullpen today. So kudos. Those to me are the players of the game. So I wouldn't say they're not hungry enough. This is you know, a grind. 162 games. Probably go to a game in September, Wink, in Yankee Stadium. Verdugo's not going to go just yet. But if when he does, Cam Eden will probably be the guy they bring up. I don't see Dominguez coming up until September. Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly, Ron. The Soto trade was definitely worth it. The rate how Cortez tonight was, I'd say 9 out of 10. I'd say 9 out of 10. Thank you, Nestor Cortez, for doing that. We needed it. No, exactly. Jason Dominguez is struggling in AAA. And I know it's, almost like committing a sin to say he's struggling because he's, almost Jesus to other people. So he brings better defense than Dominguez does, Johnny. So one reason he's still here. Well, do I think he'll be back 2025? No, I don't. I think Dominguez will replace him then, but not until then. But that's it, gang. So we talked Yankees. They've won. We talked a little bit of Jets. We talked fishing. It was a good night. It was a good evening. I appreciate you all spending time with me tonight. As always, peace and love to all of yous. Have a great night. Hit the likes on the way out. If you haven't hit that sub button yet, please do that as well. Okay. We're going to try our best to get to 25K subs by the end of the year. And if you have any friends that are football fans, like the Giants, the Jets, the Bills, even, make sure to encourage them to subscribe to the channel. That way, because I'm going to go live on football games too. Okay. Especially on Sundays. And we'll recap all these games. But we'll go live so we can have a lot of action even in the baseball offseason. So Cam Eden, my guess is he's probably going to be, the Yankees are probably thinking he might be a weapon in the playoffs for base stealing. He's a speedy outfielder. So, speedy outfielder. But as always, peace and love to all of you. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.